God's work of creation, the act of making something. Coming from Genesis chapter 1, verse 1 through Genesis chapter 2, verse 9. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. That was a long, long time ago. How long ago? People do not agree. Many say we can never really know. But it is known that God existed before the world was made, and that He created all things by His wisdom and power. At the very beginning, the earth was far different from the way it looks now. It was a formless mass, empty and blank and utterly void of life. Deep waters covered the surface of the earth, and complete darkness was everywhere. But the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters to bring order and beauty out of dark and fearful chaos. God's work of creation extended, as we are told, over 6 days to give us the familiar things of our world, day and night, the sky overhead, the oceans, and the dry land. Then came the fishes and the birds, the land animals, the people. Our world would be a strange place indeed if any one of the days of creation had been left out. At first God said, "Let there be light," and light was created. God knew that it was good, and He divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness He called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day of creation. Next God said, "Let there be a firmament, sky, in the midst of the waters, to divide the waters above and below." So God made the beautiful sky, and created the clouds to carry the sky moisture above the water-covered earth below. And God called the firmament heaven. This was God's work of creation on the second day. On the third day, God caused the waters to gather together in wide, deep places and called them seas. He also caused dry land to appear and called it earth. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let the earth bring forth plants, those producing seed, and fruit trees producing fruit, which bears its own seed, each after its kind, upon the earth." And it was so. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the third day of creation. The fourth day God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the earth to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years, and let them be for lights in the heaven to give light upon the earth." And this came to pass. And God made 2 great lights, the sun to rule the day and the moon to rule the night. He made the stars also, and God saw that it was good. Thus ended the 4th day of creation. On the 5th day, God said, "Let the waters bring forth great numbers of moving creatures, animals, and birds that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven." So God created great whales and every living creature that swims in the waters, after its kind, and every flying bird after its kind. And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters and the seas, and let birds multiply in the earth." And the evening and the morning were the 5th day of creation. On the 6th day, God said, "Let the earth bring forth living creatures after their kinds, cattle and creeping things, and beasts of the earth." And it was so. And God said that it was good. But God's highest creative work was yet to come. For God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let him have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps upon the earth." So God created man in His own image. Male and female, He created them. And God blessed them and said, "Be fruitful and multiply, and replenish," which means make a new supply, "the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the seas, and over the birds of the air, and over every living creature that moves upon the earth." And God said to man, Behold, I have given you every plant producing seed which is upon the face of the earth, and every tree producing fruit which bears its own seed. They shall be yours for food. And to every beast of the earth, and to every bird of the air, and to everything that creeps upon the earth, everything in which there is life, I have given all green plants for food. And it was so. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And this completed the 6th day of creation. Thus the heaven and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And God rested on the 7th day from all the work which he had done. And God blessed the 7th day and sanctified, which means set apart for religious use, it, because on it he rested from the work of creation which he had done. The Lord God had formed man of the dust of the ground, and had breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, so that man became a living being. Then the Lord God planted a garden to the east of Eden, and there the Lord put the man whom he had created. And out of the ground in the Garden of Eden, the Lord God made every tree that is pleasant to the sight and good for food. There was also the tree of life growing in the midst of the garden, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Thus, in this happy paradise, which means heaven-like place, the first man and the first woman dwelt in fellowship and communion with the God who had created them. The end.